everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Bucker Designs. I'm going to show you how to make this cute little card using the Little Delight stamp set from the 2021 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. This is a great set for all occasions. You've got Christmas, you've got Halloween, you've got You Are Such a Blessing, which could be thank you, or Thanksgiving, and of course you've got birthdays. You've got a thank you, Ghoulish Delights, and then just basic images. I've used almost each one of these in a different project. So if you like this stamp set, make sure that you click the link and go over to my blog. You'll find several projects there, a free PDF, and then there'll be a bonus project the day after that post. All right, so this card is what I call a report card. Do you remember when we were kids how we had report cards that went in envelopes? Now my kids just have it digitally. They don't even get a paper copy. But this is kind of what reminds me of the report cards when we were kids. And I'm going to show you how I did this weaving on here. I used stitched strips of paper that I cut with the strap for the purse handle from the All Dressed Up dies. Now, there's also one that is almost identical in the Suit and Ties die set. But if you don't have either of those, you can just use strips of paper. These are about 5/8 of an inch, half an inch, kind of somewhere around there. So I'm using Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, and Just Jade. But first, let's make the actual holder for our card. All right, let's make the holder, the kind of the pocket for our card. You're going to need a piece of basic thick cardstock that is 9.5 by 6.5. And on the long side, score it at 2 1/4 and 6.5. Then turn it and score it on the short side at 1 inch. Now, there's not a whole lot of cutting here. Let's burnish our lines first, and then I'll show you what to cut. Get your bone folder, burnish those score lines that you just made. Then grab your scissors, and we're going to cut out these two rectangles right here. All right, so I'm just going to take my scissors and cut that one off. And then do the same thing right here, like that. Then I'm going to just cut the corners off of here. All right, now to make this circle here, there's several things you can do. You can use a punch if you have a punch. I'm going to use a circle die. And depending on if you want your circle to go through the front and the back, you can cut it at the same time, which is I think what we'll do. But if you want it just on the front, you can lay it down like this and cut it so that it's only cutting out that part. It'll have a little bit of an indent there on your back side, but that doesn't bother me. Okay, so here's my cut and emboss machine. Let me tell you what size circle I'm using. This is, well, let's see in inches, 2 3/8 inch circle, okay? So let's see, what do I want to do? I think maybe, let's try just doing the front. The problem that you're going to have to make sure that you do is you want your circle that you cut to be centered. And I always seem to be off-centered. So I like to get a circle, you know, I've cut the circle out of something else, and get it here like this so that I can see exactly where I want it. And then I can just, let's see, I'm going to go up a little bit higher. And then I can just put a little line like that. And that'll show me where my die goes. You know what? I think for the sake of the video, we're going to keep it easy. And we're going to cut through both sides. We're going to need to use some tear and tape because our paper is going to pop up, and my plates are pretty bent. So everything's popping up. Okay, now let's put that down like that. I didn't use tear and tape. I used Post-it tape. I think I said tear and tape, but just Post-it tape. I have a link to that in my Amazon favorites tab at the top of my blog. All right, let's see how we did. Carefully pull that off, and there we go. Okay, so now let's move all of this out of the way, and we're going to adhere it. So on the back side, you're going to take your adhesive, and one side is shorter than the other. So I'm going to take that long side, and I'm going to put adhesive all the way down and fold it over like that. Then I'm going to put adhesive here and fold it up. And that makes my little report card. So I've got a little piece of basic white that fits in here nicely. All right, see that? And we're going to actually use this circle in a minute to adhere right there. But I want to make the weaving part. That's the thing I love the most about this project. So what you're going to want to do is get some grid paper. This is going to help you keep your pieces in place. Now I have done some of the work ahead of time. Let me get all of my strips. I have cut out 4 from each color, Just Jade, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade. The other thing I've done is I've already put adhesive on the back. That's going to help me not make a mess. Quite honestly, I am a horrible, messy adhesive person. So when I do it like this kind of helps me so that I don't make a huge mess. I'm also going to take some of my Post-it tape again, and I'm just going to hold this in place right here. Okay. All right. So you can see I've got tear and tape on each end, and I'm going to start with that sticky end over here. Let's see. I'm going to go as far as I can, and I'm going to, let's see, how far down do I want to go? I think I'm going to go about right there, and I can take that and stick it to the paper. Okay. And I'm not going to adhere that one yet. Let's do all the ones over here on the side. On this side. All right, let's do Flirty Flamingo next. Take off that adhesive. If I can get it to come off. And then I'm going to do the same thing, equal distance. All right, we've got Poppy Parade. Okay. Now use whatever adhesive you like. You know, some of you are much better with it, with your adhesive than I am, and any of them would work in this instance. It's not a 3D project, so you don't need to worry too much about it holding together. All right, do you think we can get a red one, a Poppy Parade one, to fit in there? I think we can. Let's do that. You may not need 4 of each, but just to be careful, I cut out 4 of each. Let's see how many we need. All right, we're going to take that and put that right there. Okay, now I'm going to start over here on the other side. Take that adhesive off. And I'm going to weave. So under and over, under, over, under, over, like that. Now I'm not going to stick those down yet. I want to get them in place, make sure that they are exactly, because I find that I do have to wiggle them around some. All right, now this one's going to do the opposite. It's going to go over, then under, over, under, like that. All right, let's see how far up I can go. Right there. Okay, now in our pattern, we're going to get Just Jade. Take that backing off. And this time under, over, under. I like that I'm not sticking them down right away because I'm going to want to adjust them. I know for sure I'm going to want to adjust them. In fact, I want to adjust this. I want to go up a little bit further like this. So let's just slide these like that. All right. Let's move this guy. And then I think we have room for one more. Now, if your strips are skinnier, you'll have room for more. If your strips are fatter, you'll probably have less. If your strips are longer, you can start up higher. The reason I didn't start up too high, well, I guess I could, but I wanted to kind of leave some space up here. And I also wanted to be able to stick these down to hold my strips in place so everything's not moving around while I'm trying to adhere them. Okay, so now I'm going to take a look, make sure everything is in place. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to stick these down over here. All right, now let's see. I'm going to take the adhesive off the other ends of this one and stick that down. And there we go. And sometimes my adhesive doesn't go all the way see here, this, I'm going to cut this off. So this adhesive wasn't necessary, but the one in the middle, I'm going to take that adhesive off and stick that one down. Okay, let's come over here to this one. Take that middle adhesive off. Okay, slide that down. Let's see who else we need to stick down. This guy right here. Now, here is where you probably don't have to necessarily get as complicated as I did with my adhesive, but I just find that this is the best way for me not to make a big sticky mess with adhesive. And I've got that tear and tape already in place, and I can stick everything down. All right, let's see, we got to do this one. Peel that off. Take your pick tool, really help you get that adhesive off. Okay, now they are stuck to the paper, right? So what I have to do is come up here and just start cutting them off the paper. It's also going to tell me where else I need to add or tear away adhesive. I'm going to make them straight here in a minute, but right now I'm just going to cut them off the paper. There we go. We don't need the tape anymore. Take that off. And now I can flip that over. Whoa, look at that. And just cut it all away. You want to make it even with the sides. Okay, and there you have it. Beautiful. You know, I'm thinking I could probably get away with one more. Do you think I could do it? I only have pink left. Let's see. I kind of want to, unless that one is stuck down already. No, it's not. And we'll take that adhesive off. And let's get that right there. And we will stick that down. That's going to hold that red one, that Poppy Parade one, in place as well. Okay, now let's see. Do I have one in the middle? I do. Right there. Like that. I'm going to cut that away. Cut that away. And for those little flyaways, grab the ones that did not have the adhesive all the way on the end where you cut it off. You can just grab some glue dots and stick those down. Let's see, there's one right there. Like that. Let's see, we need another one right here. And I think that's it. Okay, so there's your weaving design. Isn't that fun? I'm going to use the Merry Christmas stamp right here. All right, there we go. Okay, now let's work on that piece on the inside. We are going to, I'm going to stamp the little Christmas light in all three colors. So I'm going to start with Poppy Parade. I'm going to do them different. You know, one's facing left, one's facing right, and you need to clean it in between each time. And we'll do this one. Let's do this one kind of facing that way. And this one will be here. And then last, we'll stick in. I probably didn't leave enough room for two of Just Jade. That's okay. Now, I'm going to take my Stampin' Write marker, my basic black, and I'm going to draw kind of a curly line from each one, and see how I'm trying to draw like a loop as I go. And you can just kind of have fun with it. And then I'll have one more kind of going off the page like that. There we go. All right, now let's see where exactly we need to adhere our half circle that I had cut out from Poppy Parade. We want to line it up perfectly. So I'm just going to fold it over and put adhesive on both sides. Let's get that there again. Do it on the other side. All right, now it's going to slide right down into our little report card envelope. Come on, there we go. There we go. I don't know what it was sticking on in there. All right, let's add a bow and some rhinestones because no project is complete without a bow and some rhinestones. Now I have my nails painted for fall, for pumpkins in October, and it looks a little odd with these Christmas colors. Okay, there we go. And let's bring over the rhinestones. And I'm just going to add a few using the other end of my Take Your Pick tool. We'll just sprinkle them around, however many you want to do. Maybe we'll do one more right there. All right, and there you have kind of a fun fold report card, Christmas card. You could always change it to happy birthday, thank you, whatever, and then just write your note on the inside. All right, make sure you hop back over to my blog, grab that PDF, and make one of your own. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.